I got Twitter banned this week, and it's because I said, learn to code. Last week I told you about the Learn to Code hashtag on Twitter. People were using it to make fun of the laid off journalists at Buzzfeed and online media, and for good reason. These same media types have been the ones spreading the idea just a few years ago that out-of-work coal miners and other blue-collar workers should forget about getting their factory jobs back. Instead, these red state working class people should just learn to code if they want cool 21st century jobs like theirs. And even Obama was saying it.
From helping students learn to write computer code.
Of course, the joke was on them. A few years later, Trump got elected, manufacturing jobs came back, coal mines reopened, and now the ones out of jobs are online journalists. So when these ex-BuzzFeed and Huffington Post writers tweeted last week that they'd been laid off, guess how a lot of us replied? That's right, learn to code. And they didn't like that, and neither did Twitter. They put me on the naughty step earlier this week when I tweeted my video about the learn to code meme. Thankfully, it was only a 12-hour ban, but not everybody has been so lucky. A lot of other Twitter users have had their accounts temporarily and even permanently suspended for tweeting the learn to code hashtag, including a good friend of mine. And I don't want to come across outraged and offended. I'm just more perplexed and confused, if I'm really being honest with you. I find it genuinely fascinating that a company of this size, a company which deals with millions of users every day, thinks that harassment and intimidation comes in the form of telling laid-off journalists to find a new profession. And when the press picked up on Twitter's new policy of treating learn to code comments as abuse, Twitter quickly spoke up and said, no, it's more complicated than that. Specifically, the company said, it's more nuanced than what you reported. Twitter is responding to a targeted harassment campaign against specific individuals, a policy that's long been against the Twitter rules. Well, I have a couple of things to say about that. First of all, that is a lie, and we know it's a lie because accounts are being shut down for simply saying learn to code. I didn't @ anybody in my tweet. I just shared my video and jokingly said that Vice needs to learn to code because the company is also initiating its own round of layoffs. No harassment campaign, just a single tweet and a single video. Didn't target anyone. But secondly, Twitter's assertion that targeted harassment campaigns against specific individuals have long been against Twitter rules is complete nonsense. For example, did you see the 11-year-old Joshua Trump, the little boy who was invited to the State of the Union because he was bullied over his name? Well, classy Twitter users decided that they didn't believe he was really bullied at school, so they decided to bully him on Twitter instead. That's right, an 11-year-old boy. And I didn't see Twitter say anything about that. I don't see Twitter taking action against all of the far-left agitators calling for violence against conservatives. I mean, the whole Covington kids thing. People said horrible things on Twitter, violent things about them on Twitter. Nothing happened. And in my own personal experience, Twitter has consistently and repeatedly failed to delete the account of a man who has harassed and threatened me for the last 2 months. Twitter has time and time again refused to take action. They just say there is no violation. So watch your backs, guys. Twitter will be heavy-handed if they see you tell a joke online, but if you stalk, harass, and threaten a woman on the internet, Twitter seems absolutely cool with it. It's good to know where their priorities are, isn't it? If you want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, like and subscribe.